AITA for refusing to pressure my grandfather to give my stepsister the family diamond? Context: I am 25 female. My parents have been divorced for 15 years. My dad has been married to his wife Laura for 10 years. Laura has 2 daughters, Katie, 26 female, and Sam, 22 female. My dad is very close to Katie and Sam and considers them to be daughters to him. The grandfather I am referring to is my dad's father. My grandfather has a diamond that belonged to my great-grandmother, and it's something of a family miracle, since my grandfather managed to find it after World War II. Unfortunately, he lost his mother and sister in the war, so he saved the diamond to be for the next woman in the family, to be set into an engagement ring. Now, my grandfather has a thing about blood and family. Namely, if you're not blood, you can be family, but you're not in the family. I am pretty sure this somewhat related to his trauma, but it might be a generational thing. Because of this distinction, his sons were not allowed to use the diamond for their wives' rings because then the diamond would belong to the wife and the wife is not blood. I am his only biological granddaughter, so it was always presumed that the diamond would go to me. I got engaged last year, and I didn't end up using the diamond for the ring. The diamond was not the color or cut of the style I wanted, and my grandfather knew that. He offered to have the diamond recut, but I begged him not to because it is very valuable and I know how much it means to him. And he agreed that when I get married he will set it into a necklace to be worn on my wedding day instead. Now, Katie is going to get engaged soon. My dad is likely to be asked to walk her down the aisle. Laura asked that my grandfather give her the diamond for her ring, since she is basically my father's daughter. My grandfather said, and I quote, "Not even over my dead body," and that the diamond will stay in the family. That said, Laura, my dad, and Katie are now extremely upset. My dad suggested maybe I could ask my grandfather to let them use the diamond, since I hadn't used it for a ring anyway, and that he considers Katie part of his family and will be forever, so it should be okay for her to have it, especially since she is older, so the first woman as it were. My grandfather would probably relent if I asked him, but I said no because I would feel too guilty. That diamond is all my grandfather has left of a family he lost in the most horrific circumstances when he was 9 years old. They don't even have graves. That stone is literally all he has to remember them. What right do any of us have to dictate what he does with it? Katie, Laura, and my dad have all been texting and calling about how hurt they are that I am letting my grandfather exclude Katie from the family, and that I already have a ring. Why can't I just help my grandfather soften and let Laura and her kids be part of the family? I'm holding firm on it for now, but should I be? I feel like this needs to be added onto. A lot of families, including mine, have certain jewelry that will be passed on to daughters or, more specifically, granddaughters only. This is to ensure it stays in the family. We have other jewelry that gets passed on to sons and step-siblings that have been raised in the family, not late life married into the family. This is to ensure that the jewelry stays within the family and doesn't get lost in a broken engagement or divorce. Example: a son may not get an engagement ring, but his daughter would. So it's not like the son's side of the family would be left out. We've had step-siblings that were raised in the family from a young age. They got stones from a set of earrings set into a pendant setting they liked, and that was given to them. There are pocket watches, medals, and things like that that are usually given to the sons.